One man born in the middle of a harsh desert over 1,400 years ago completely transformed the course of history. A man who started life as an orphan, faced rejection, poverty, and attacks, yet went on to inspire billions of people across the world. This is the story of Prophet Muhammad, a spiritual leader, reformer, and one of the most influential figures in human history. The story begins in the city of Mecca around the year 570 CE. At that time, Arabia was divided into tribes. Violence, tribal wars, and inequality were common. Many people worshipped idols, and society was deeply divided. Muhammad was born into the respected Quraysh tribe. But even before he was born, tragedy struck. His father passed away. By the age of 6, he lost his mother too. An orphan child, growing up in the desert, with very little wealth but a calm and thoughtful nature. He was raised first by his grandfather and later by his uncle Abu Talib. As he grew older, people noticed something special about him. He was honest, trustworthy, and fair in business dealings. In fact, people called him Al-Amin, meaning the trustworthy. Muhammad worked as a merchant and traveled across Arabia. His honesty impressed a wealthy businesswoman named Khadijah. Eventually, she proposed marriage to him. Despite being older than him, their marriage became one of deep love and support. Khadijah would later become the first person to believe in his mission. At this stage, Muhammad was not a ruler, king, or warrior. He was simply a thoughtful man who often spent time alone, reflecting on life and society. At the age of 40, everything changed. Muhammad would often meditate in a cave called Hira near Mecca. One night, according to Islamic belief, the angel Gabriel appeared before him and delivered the first revelation from God. The first command was, "Read." Muhammad was terrified and rushed home shaking. He told Khadijah about the experience, and she comforted him and supported him completely. Muslims believe this moment marked the beginning of Islam. Over the next 23 years, Muhammad continued receiving revelations, which later became the holy book known as the Quran. Muhammad began preaching a powerful message. There is only one God. All humans are equal. The poor and weak deserve dignity, and people should abandon idol worship. But many powerful leaders in Mecca opposed him. Why? Because his teachings threatened their social and economic power. Muhammad and his followers faced insults, torture, and boycotts. Some followers were even killed. Despite all this, he continued peacefully spreading his message. This period became one of the toughest chapters of his life. He lost his beloved wife Khadijah and his uncle Abu Talib in the same year. This year is often called the Year of Sorrow. As the danger increased, Muhammad and his followers migrated from Mecca to the city of Medina in 622 CE. This migration is known as the Hijra and marks the beginning of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, Muhammad was not only a spiritual guide, but also a leader who united different tribes and communities. He established agreements between groups, encouraged justice, and promoted charity and discipline. For the first time, the Muslim community began to grow strongly, but conflict with Meccan forces continued. Several battles took place, including the famous Battle of Badr and Battle of Uhud. Despite wars and challenges, Muhammad repeatedly emphasized mercy, forgiveness, and unity. Years later, Muhammad returned to Mecca with a large number of followers. Many expected revenge, but instead he declared forgiveness for most of his former enemies. This moment is remembered by Muslims as an extraordinary example of mercy and leadership. The idols inside the Kaaba were removed, and Mecca became the spiritual center of Islam. Within a few years, much of Arabia had accepted Islam. In his final years, Muhammad delivered a powerful speech known as the Farewell Sermon. He spoke about equality, justice, women's rights, and human brotherhood. He said, "No Arab has superiority over a non-Arab, and no non-Arab has superiority over an Arab, except by righteousness." Shortly after, in the year 632 CE, Prophet Muhammad passed away in Medina at the age of 62, but his message continued to spread across continents. Today, Islam is followed by nearly 2 billion people worldwide. To Muslims, Prophet Muhammad is the final prophet of God. To historians, he remains one of the most influential leaders in human civilization. His life was a journey from orphanhood to global influence, from rejection to transformation, and from the deserts of Arabia to the hearts of billions. Whether viewed through faith, history, or leadership, his story continues to inspire and shape the world even today. Thanks for watching.